to afford her own apartment in the city. The woman prepared a birthday gift for her wealthy sister-in-law. To make the scarf she knitted appear more upscale, she bought a fake designer label from a dollar store, sewed it onto the scarf, and presented it in an elegant box to her sister-in-law. But her sister-in-law, dressed head to toe in designer brands, instantly recognized it as a knockoff. Instead of exposing it publicly, she gave it to the family's part-time housekeeper only to be caught by her sister-in-law. Thinking of her painstakingly prepared gift being so casually given away, Annie confronted her sister-in-law directly. Everyone thought Annie was overreacting, but the real reason was her frustration over failing to buy the apartment. It turned out that for 8 years of marriage, Annie had been tending to the entire extended family. While she haggled over pennies at the market, her sister-in-law was relaxing in her villa doing yoga every day. Annie not only prepared breakfast and urged her son and husband to get up, but also made a treasure tea for her father-in-law and prepared medicine for her grandmother. Therefore, Annie dreamed of owning a house of her own, but she was just a homemaker, and her husband only earned a few thousand yuan a month. They simply couldn't afford to buy a house, so she turned her attention to her sister-in-law. As a successful career woman earning millions annually, she should be able to help them out, and urged her husband to ask his sister for a loan. But he was indifferent and kept hesitating. Faced with Annie's persistent urging, her husband finally brought it up at the dinner table. Seeing his timid demeanor, the sister-in-law understood this was her sister-in-law's idea. Not only did she refuse to lend money, she also advised her father not to lend any. Unexpectedly, their conversation was overheard by Annie outside the door. She never imagined that after dedicating so many years to this family, they still saw her as an outsider. The reason the sister-in-law refused to lend money was her fear that if it moved out, there'd be no one left to care for the family. She wanted him to continue as their maid, and under her sister-in-law's influence, the father-in-law also refused to lend money. Left with no choice, and pinned her hopes on her husband. But behind her back, he used the excuse of going out to study every day to play games at the internet cafe, pushing her to the brink, and immediately grabbed her luggage to return to her parents' home. Seeing this, her husband rushed to stop her. In the ensuing struggle, he accidentally fell down the stairs. By the time he reached the hospital, it was too late to save him. They blamed all this tragedy on Anne's obsession with buying a house.